Second lecture. Second lecture in deep water. After he had a water phobia, he developed a water phobia. The narrator is the author himself, okay? To make it clear, the narrator is the author himself. When the narrator or the author developed water phobia because of the incident that happened during his visit to the beach with his father, and then second incident that happened in the swimming pool when he was tossed up by the boy, strong-willed boy, he developed water phobia. Then he decided, since the writer had that always in his mind, the author, the writer or the narrator had the water phobia in his mind, he wanted to overcome it. Therefore he had decided that he would vanish the water, come out of the water phobia, and he will learn how to swim. He would learn how to swim. Therefore he appointed one instructor, and the second time he came to the swimming pool, he came with an instructor. He went to a pool. He practiced 5 days a week along with the instructor. The instructor put a belt around him. A rope attached to the belt went through a pulley. This pulley is a term of physics, you understand it better. On each trip across the pool, a bit panic seized him. It was 3 months before the tension began to disappear. It took him 3 months to swim properly this way, with the help of the instructor. It took him 3 months that the fear and tension began to disappear. That means he started feeling comfortable after swimming for 3 months, taking the instructor. Okay. Then he taught the narrator how to put his face under water and exhale. The narrator had been taught. The narrator was taught by the instructor how to put his face under water and exhale. Exhaling and inhaling air. Inhaling means putting the air inside your nose. Exhaling means when you breathe, you take your air out, throw your air out. He repeated the exercise hundreds of times. The instructor asked him to put his head down in the water and exhale, and that exercise had been repeated by the narrator 30 times. Next time the instructor taught him how to kick with his legs. For weeks he did just that. At first his legs refused to work, but finally he could command them. At last the instructor made him a real swimmer, but he still feared to be alone in the pool. This went on until July of that particular year, when he went to Lake Wentworth and dived off Dog at Tiger's Island. He swam 2 miles across the lake to Stampede Island. The fear fled, the fear vanished from the mind of the narrator, and he swam on, he kept on swimming. Finally, he had conquered his fear of water. It was a unique experience, according to the narrator, the author. It left a deep imprint on his mind. It left a deep, gahri chhap. He went to a deep imprint on his mind, a deep, impression on his mind. He could never forget it. It had a deep meaning for him. He had experienced both the feelings, the sensation of dying and the terror that fear can produce. The sensation of dying and the terror that the fear can produce. These two feelings he had. Now I would like to discuss with you some main points. William Douglas was 10 years or 11 years old when he decided to learn to swim. Main points. The YMCA pool was safe for swimming. It was the shallow end was 2 feet deep and the deep end was 9 feet deep. The narrator had developed a phobia to go to water. It started when he was 3 or 4 years old, when he had been to a beach along with his father. Now he went to the YMCA. Second time he went to the YMCA pool, but feared going into a pool alone. A big bully boy tossed him into the deep end of the swimming pool. He was frightened and found himself at the bottom. He grew panicky. He was suffocating. He tried to cry, but no sound came out. He was paralyzed underwater. Only his heart was pounding. He jumped with all his force, but his arms would not move. He cried for help, but nothing happened. Then all efforts ended. He felt drowsy. When he came to senses, he was lying on the stomach beside the pool. He was vomiting. The fear stayed within him for years. Finally, he got an instructor and decided to learn to swim. He held on to the end of the rope and it went back and forth, up and down in the pool. The instructor taught him to put his face underwater and exhale. He also taught him to raise his nose and inhale. Finally, he became a complete swimmer, but still he feared when he was alone in the pool, and he was still not satisfied. Once he dived off a dock at Tiger's Island and swam 2 miles across the lake. Finally, he was able to conquer his fear of water. This is your summary in brief. Now I am going to tell you the important questions for 2 marks. The first question is, you need to write down is, why did Douglas' mother recommend that he should learn swimming at YMCA pool? Or, what factors made Douglas decide in favor of YMCA pool? Number 2, how did Douglas' introduction to YMCA pool revive his childhood fear of water? How did Douglas' introduction to YMCA pool revive his childhood fear of water? Question number 3. What shocking experience did Douglas have at YMCA pool? Now, question number 4. What did Douglas plan when his feet hit at the bottom? Question number 6. Question number 5. What sort of terror seized Douglas as he went down the water with a yellow glow? How could he feel that he was still alive? Next question. How did Douglas fail to come to the surface of the pool as he hoped so? Next question. How did his experience at the YMCA swimming pool affect Douglas? Last question. Why did Douglas go to Lake Wentworth and New Hampshire? How did he make his terror flee? These are the short questions. Got it? Now long questions. How did Douglas develop an aversion to water? Aversion. How did Douglas develop aversion to water? Now long question number 2. How did Douglas try to save himself from drowning in YMCA pool? These 2 are very important questions. You need to prepare. And the third long question is, fear is something that we must learn to overcome if we want to succeed in life. This is the very important question. Long question, broad question. Fear is something that we must learn to overcome if we want to succeed in life. How did Douglas get over his fear of water? How did Douglas get over his fear of water? This is the most important question. Thank you. I have completed this chapter.